Alright, found this. Just gonna review this as we go. So, you're a little bit behind. This is a bit of a shit comp, but it looks like you're playing with people. I know Verum is from the league, maybe people just want to have fun. But yeah, playing without a Lucio is quite painful as Reinhardt. You're not able to get to places, or just very static. And for someone who wants to be swinging on people, that's why I always like playing with Lucio as Rein. You're playing with the Bastion, so there's no other shield for that, so you kind of do want to help him. So basically, looking at your comp, it's a poke comp, which is not good for Reinhardt. Reinhardt is not a pokey hero. Yeah, there's a Reaper on your left. Your team are kind of going with you, which is good, but yeah, there's the problem of the Bastion by himself. So in that instance, if you just think about who is with you, no one. So you're not really shielding anyone but yourself. Yeah. Reaper on your left. So I was just going to say, oh, swing on that. Oh, no, that's your Baptiste. Duh. Always risky charging. You've got the enemy team, all of them at your back now, except for this Reaper. And you don't really want to fight a Reaper in close range. Not without a D.Va who will negate any of his damage and allow you to swing on him. Because yes, you can kill him in three swings. Or is it 4 swings? I can't remember. 3 or 4 swings, but of course that's if he doesn't get healed at all. By his passive ability. Hence why it's much better to have a D.Va, because she can just remove all of that. Anyway. Yeah. So one of those things with Reinhardt is you need to learn about shield management. I see Verum has switched to a Doomfist. That's better. That's better. He has to worry about the Reaper, and that's it, really. Is shield management. Now, one of the things you don't want to do is what you're doing right now, which is just holding your shield and then walking forward. And then, as we've already talked about, you don't have a Lucio, so you're walking forward really slowly. So it's much more useful because, especially, you've got double flex support, double main healers. So they can pump out a lot of damage. So you could definitely just shield hop or just walk forward and take some damage. You're a big, beefy German dude with lots of armor. And until that armor is gone, you can absorb damage just with your huge body, So well done for kind of not putting your shield up to regain it. This is fantastic. You almost got the whole lot, which is great. You didn't have any kind of temptation to, tap it just to shield, minuscule amounts of damage. Rather than that, you've got almost your full shield, which is great. Yes, you see that she wants to res, who was it, the soldier, so just denying that space is a good idea. Your Baptiste, I mean, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Again, YOLO charge. Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So another thing, it was a lost fight anyway, but another thing you want to be doing as Reinhardt is the animation of your hammer. These are all things I talked about in Tornado's review, so hopefully you'll have watched that, or I'll suggest you do that. But your animation, that your hammer swing connects with people is like I don't know, it's in front of you like it's going to be more than 90 degrees, like, I don't know, 100, 120, something like that. It's just a guesstimation. And so you can increase that by turning your camera. Reinhardt always starts with a right swing, so just get into the habit, just a little bit late there, get into the habit of turning your camera to the left when you swing from your first swing, and then turn your camera to the right when you swing your next swing, so that you get maximum damage on all targets that are near you. So hence, quite a high sensitivity on Reinhardt is quite useful, and you don't need to aim anything except the fire strike. Yeah, you're down one of your main healers. Okay, now they have no. You just grabbed. You want to get in there fast. You shouldn't be shielding this. You should be just walking forwards, And they have no Rein, they have nothing that can, you know, because you sometimes, what I'm about to suggest, I should say, is that you swing or maybe charge into the grav, although you have to be careful, you want to charge to the right, so step to the left, charge to the right, so that you do AoE damage and you insta-kill someone. Because they have no one who can stun you out of it or anything like that. No Rein who can shatter you, because this is something that you can do as a Reinhardt. Is often when people get grabbed, everyone wants to follow up on the damage, and you can defensively shatter them all, so that they can't follow up on that damage. Yeah, they have no stun for you or anything like that. So yeah, get in there. It's just a bit slow. This is good. Swing on him. You might kill him before. No, unfortunately not. No. But yeah, this is just very slow, sluggish. It's very, you know, it'd be very frustrating to play with this comp, with what you're doing, you know. Frustrating. Looks like Vroom is playing Mystery Heroes. Oh dear, Oddity. Oh dear. Nice, this is good, but yeah, you've got enemies on all sides. Would have been better to back into a corner so that you know, do that same thing, turning your camera as you were doing, which is good. But, so two things. One, now Shatter has an insta-kill on any squishy hero, so you could have actually just got a little bit close to that Anna and just shattered her, and she would have been dead instantly. But do get out of the habit. I mean, you were kind of 1v6ing. I don't know if any of your team were there. They definitely weren't coming from the same side that you were. So, yeah. Okay, to ball. Not a bad idea. Anyway, there you go, first round. I'll talk about some Rein tech at the end of the video. But, yeah. You staying ball? Yeah. Alright, well. Maybe I'll leave this. Well, I mean, I can tell you a little bit about your ball stuff as well. Let's see how much shielding you got from that. But basically, as a ball, the last thing you want to do is just face tank damage. You don't want to just run straight at them. You want to come from an angle, come from behind, and you want to get, ideally, you want to get your combo, which is the scoop and slam. So, you know, you use your grappling hook to swing through some people, get some height, and then slam on them, and then you shoot them. And that's where you get your maximum combo of damage, which allows you to, like, you know, one-shot people, like Zen and stuff like that. So you used your swing, you got no value from the swing, apart from some height, so that you could pile drive onto just a soldier. And you got no one, and you shielded. So that means you got no shielding, basically. You got the absolute minimum shielding, which I think is either 50 or 100. I can't remember. They nerfed it. So, yeah, it's not a very good engage unless he are any of your team with you. No. So one thing you want to be doing as a ball is scouting first. You scout first, so you would have come right side maybe and then gone, oh shit, there's a Reaper. Maybe decided to ignore him and just, you know, grapple up here, swing through them to the side, and then slam, and then shield, and then roll to the side, and then do some damage, and then roll away to the Mega. In and out. Try and assassinate a squishy, but in and out. But you should have just waited for an engagement by your team. Because all you did there was feed shitloads of charge to the Diva and the Soldier. And you got a tiny bit yourself, but yeah, they got more than you did. Your healers will get some ult charge, hopefully, if the Anna heals you. But yeah. What are you doing? Okay. Don't waste. You've only got an 80 clip, and it takes a long time to reload. Do you know that in ball, I think after you've rolled for, I think 4 seconds, is it? You automatically reload. So sometimes it's better to just keep rolling, get away. But you shouldn't be contesting a Reaper. You shouldn't be doing this unless you have absolutely ridiculous aim and you can get all headshots. He's going to kill you. See that really long animation? Yeah. You've got such a big hitbox. He's going to hit every single pellet on you, and he's going to regen so much health. Luckily, you've got help. So you could have swung through. Anyway, he gets killed. But I think your team are not doing so well on the front lines. Veruma's on the high ground, that's good, but he doesn't have a pocket. Bad. So, yeah. You don't generally want to grapple the floor. Just doesn't give you, like you did before, you know, you need the height advantage. And you got nothing from your shields again, so it's a shame you did that. So if you're going to do this style of play of ball, just play Arisa. It's going to do much more for your team. You're going to do much more, and you're going to stay alive much more. This is like, basically, if people play Tracer, like, in the middle of a team and stand in front of people, it's like, why are you playing Tracer? Just play Cassidy or Soldier. You're going to do a much better job. You know, you need to be coming from the sides, doing what we call the poop and scoop, you know, the scoop and poop or whatever, the scoop and slam. That kind of stuff. This isn't achieving much. Yeah, get the mega. And that's what another thing, you don't really, the Ana can heal you, but, you know, she shouldn't really. It's just a weird comp. The Moira can do fuck all to you. There's no point in, that's a waste. That's a big part of your damage. 9-second cooldown. Big part of your damage combo. Not really done anything with it. A little bit of damage, and now... So you got a bit more shielding there, but yeah. It's the timing of the engages and the use of the abilities. I did a review for Olive about ball as well, so there's lots of tech stuff on that. But, not bad, but you didn't get the scoop. Good damage. You could use your shielding, and yeah, nice kill. Yep. I would have stayed on the grapple and then swung back the other way, because I think you grappled just a little bit to the left on the thing. You know, so you weren't able to come all the way around to the right, so go back and try the other way around the left way. It's a mistake in different situations, of course, and in a different way, but I make this similar mistake. I often release my grapple too soon. Now, it has been nerfed, so it has a 6-second attached thing, attached timer, but you can, you can get the, sometimes you can get the same amount of damage over and over again on the same person by just keeping the grapple going and swinging backwards and forwards. So I think you shouldn't have detached your grapple, because you basically just put yourself into a shit position with no shields, nothing, so you're probably gonna die. Yeah, you just had you didn't have your shields, you didn't have power drive, you didn't have your grapple to escape, you had nothing. So it's a poor timing of engaging. You're basically just feeding on ball. So, it's, like I said, it's the scouting. You need to kind of look where they are, go from the sides. That's the biggest thing about ball, is you're so maneuverable, so easy to escape. And then look for that assassination. Yeah. I'm going to look at the other game that you lost for more Reinhardt stuff. Okay, I mean, you just won the point, but you've just gone straight into the enemy team when there's none of your team. Look, where are they? 2 there, and then 1 next to you there. And again, it's a Reaper, and again, you just fed so much ult charge for no reason. And you're dead. Unbelievable, you just came back from spawn. So I confidently say you are just feeding on ball. So I would have just played Arisa if I were you. Good dodge. So one thing you need to know on ball, I don't know if you know, we'll see, is you really want to do mines from elevated position so that you can pile drive afterwards. Gives the mines time to activate whilst people are up in the air and they can't move, and then when they land back down again, the damage is done. So the opposite of what you just did. Roll out, do the mines, then slam. Because they're not really going to do anything. Unless someone's stupid and walks back into them. It's not a bad position for the minefield, that's true. Because it denies this area, but the Ana can just stay here and just, you know, heal her team. So, yeah. Yeah, high charge Zarya. Gonna beat me down. So yeah, the mines didn't really achieve anything. And it's that activation time that they need. Anyway. Interesting. Zarya, okay. I know D.Va's taken, which is frustrating. And you don't have the Lucio, so Reinhardt wouldn't be terrible, to be honest, here, because they don't, you know, they don't have a shield. They do have the Mercy who can pocket the soldier, and if that's on high ground, it's hard for you to get there. But still, Reinhardt wouldn't be bad here, to be honest. Yeah. Oh well. And again, you've used your shield for apparently no reason. This is the kind of thing you need to be doing every single time you engage. You need to be going to the side, scouting. You're doing this just because you want to touch, but this is what you should be doing every single time. Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky. So let's look at the other game. Would you like to know the specials? All right. So, yeah, I watched this game on the attack very briefly. I was wondering if you were going to play some Reinhardt. Here we are. So we'll just very briefly talk about this defense Reinhardt. Yeah, on attack, I mean, you could have gone ball sooner and just tried to get through. Obviously, with a trap, you've got to be careful and wait for that to be removed, and then just create some space by getting in behind, and then again looking for that assassination on someone, or just kind of rolling onto a point, getting them to remove their position, then rolling away so that and then engaging with your team, just to force them to do something. Or as D.Va, you could have flown. It is possible if you get really close to here, you just fly up and get up onto this, and then same thing, walk back, just walk onto point, force them on, and then if they push you, fly back up to safety, fly to high ground, you know, just so that they can't. The Genji could have contested you, but I don't think they had anything else that could have contested you. So just to create space, you know, it makes the other team go, oh, there's a D.Va there, we need to do something, rather than just standing in the choke every time. Anyway, back to Reinhardt. I hope you're not going to stay here. This is not where you want to be holding as Rein, even if you expect the TP. But this is expecting the TP is why I like to play Monkey. So you don't also want to stand here, because the thing is, if you're going to stand here, play a Risa or Sigma. Don't play Rein. Now, so many Reinhardts I see, especially lower ranks, of course, they stand here with their shield. And they swing, and then the shield breaks, and then they walk backwards and just die, and they wonder why. So yes, you could stand here, but it's so far away. All you're going to do, because like if your shield breaks, yes, you stand here, and you get cover and everything, you can regain your shield. But there's two things why it's a bad idea. Is one, all you're going to be doing is fire striking. You're not going to get any swings. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to build your ult really slowly. Two, if you do need to regen your shield, you're basically just saying, yeah, come on through, walk into this room. You know, come through the choke. We're not going to stop you at the choke. And so basically where you want to be is here. You want to be stood here. And then when they come close, you swing on them, and then retreat again. You know, shield yourself out. So you're building ult, but you are an obstacle to be removed, and then you tuck in here. There's no reason to take loads of spam damage, none at all. Your healers, your BAP, hopefully, who's over there, can heal you, or your Anna. You know, that's not a good space because you might just get shot in the head by a Widow, which they have. So, yeah, you want to play like this. If people stand over here and they just stand in front of the choke and they die from all the spam, that's their fault, not yours. Okay? I've talked about this many times. That's brain dead. I need a shield. No, you don't. You've got all these different bits of cover and stuff that you can use to not die. You are the person who's supposed to stop them from coming through. You're not the person who's just supposed to stand there and be like a meat shield so that the other enemy members of your team can shoot from behind it. That's not what you are. So this is where you want to, you know, and then basically if they do push through whilst your shield is broken, they have to deal with you because otherwise you're going to swing on them more, charge them back towards your healer or into that room and kill them, you know. So it's the best place to be. It's much better. Anyway, so let's watch what you do. Yeah. So yes, bit of fire strike. There is an early fire strike you can do to build ult, but you know it's not necessary. So exactly, we're standing here. We're just taking so much friggin' spam damage, and building ult very slowly, and just allowing them to come through, basically. Because your Junkrat was in a stupid position. You couldn't help him anyway because you had no shield. Look how much spam they have from the Junkrat, and you know they could have more, of course. But Sigma, it does a lot of damage. Junkrat does a lot of damage. A charged Zarya does a lot of damage. She's not charged. She's doing really badly. It's mainly the Junkrat, as you can see by his ult charge. But yeah, you're basically doing nothing. If you want to do this and stand here, play Orisa, because at least you'd be shooting at them. And if they do try and walk through, you can pull them back a little bit, you know. It's not what you want to do with it. You want to be combining it with something like Helix or Junkrat mines or whatever. But you don't have a lot. Yeah, there's a ledge. You can only do that up the stairs. Not much point either. And basically, yeah. What did I say about the... So the BAP is over there. Just popped. This is why you play D.Va on this defense instead of Zarya. Because she's able to contest this really easily from this angle. But at least, you know, Meg should have been up here, not down on the floor where she was there. Because then as soon as she grapples up, she can go and shoot in the head and kill her and remove that threat. And she has the high ground, so it means that she can just back up and duck, and then she won't take any damage from the choke. But basically, through your positioning, allowing them through, and then through your DPS and healers positioning, and the fact that you're running a Zarya, yeah, you're just giving them the point in the game. So yeah, basically as Rein, because now look, you're backing up into open ground, and you have no shield, you're dead in 2 seconds. Yep. So game's over. So yeah, there you go. There's how you should position and play Rein on first point. Hanamura. The issue is if they TP, of course, which means they bypass you, which means you have to get back, which is why you want a Lucio most of the time, or just don't run Rein. If you don't have a Lucio and they run Sim, play second point. Or, you know, you try and get back as much as you can, or just swing on the TP as they go in, then try and get back. Those are your options, really. Anyway, we'll try and look at your last game, see if you played some Rein on Numbani. Alright, I'll do what we can here. So there's a, just got to say, it's slightly weird passing you've gone there. I mean, you don't need to, I suppose, but it's usually, you know, just lead your team. There is this ball doing weird shit, basically. So one of the things I'll talk about in the little Rein tech things is using your shield to see. Because one of the best things about Rein, Brig, who else has the ability to third person? Can't remember, might be it. But yeah, you have the ability to use your third person view, and in a first person shooter, that's incredibly powerful. Allows you to see around corners, whereas, you know, with your body safe. So why are you going backwards? And you definitely could have avoided that. So yeah, there's still this ball in the back which you guys need to deal with. Definitely could have avoided that as well. And again, so this is again pain. You do have an Ana, which is good, but you have no Lucio, which means you have to go really freaking slowly. Which, yeah, you need to shield hop. And yeah, you want to take space, basically. Be good to kind of kill this ball in the back first. But he will be back quick. So in a sense, it's better to just ignore him and just go to begin with. Yeah. So you didn't really get much out of that shield and your health. So didn't quite let it fall. You're just not going anywhere, Oddity. Yeah, swing on him, kill him. Oh, you could probably kill him. Oh, now you got the mega. Turn your camera, turn your camera. Yeah, this is where you need to turn the camera. Don't. Who are you shielding? You go so. I mean, it's been buffed. You go actually faster with your shield than you used to, but it's still slower than your normal walking space. And again, this is why you can learn the whole shield hop technique. But otherwise, you're not shielding anyone from anything, so just walk forwards. You don't need to shield. Nice. Okay, you almost didn't connect with that, and it is a bit risky because it puts you. You know, you've got an Ana on your side. And a Hanzo who can burst you down. He's probably dead, but yeah. And you get countercharged, yeah. Anyway, very good. Nice aim. That was good. Yes. Just watch out for those charges. It's usually not a good idea. Again, nice aim. Say hello. Again, so you don't I've not seen you use your shield to look at things at all yet. Ball's behind you now. Yep. Room popping off. Yeah, wouldn't have done that. Now just swing, he's naded, yep. Lucky. So I mean, yes, you can just be the payload pusher, but I mean, really, in that, well, without a Lucio it's pointless because you can push up and shield your team so that they can poke more, but you will not be able to escape easily. So I would shatter those people, but they're in front of their Reinhardt. But you're on your. Why are you here? What are you doing here? You realize that they can just shoot through your shield, right? Because your shield is up there. So it's not. If that was theirs, like your shield is basically doing nothing. I don't know what you're doing there. Good. Okay. So one thing you can do, which I like to do, it's not always the best, but people get killed by mines too easily at this rank. At our rank, you know. So I often like to spin with my shield to clear some mines away, because the shield will take out quite a few. Now you're isolated. I wonder if you know that. But yes, basically, when they walked forwards, again, you're kind of just hard shielding and not doing anything. When they walked forwards, they had like 2 people in front of their Reinhardt. I would have just shattered them, and then let your team do the follow-up damage, because you've got to be aware that their Reinhardt might have shatter. So again, that thing of like Reinhardts who shatter and then either charge or just immediately go swinging. You've got to be careful. That's a perfect time for the enemy Reinhardt to counter shatter, to say, no follow-up damage. Okay, let's just watch that again. Got distracted by Discord. So I might come back to this if I can, but basically, yeah, you've got not much shield left, and I mean, it's mainly him more than it is you, but you have very little shield and you've not really done anything for ages. So he's going to want to follow up with that charge, but you're off on the side. If you had stayed there by the Cassidy that just got shattered, you could immediately do what I said, which is shatter straight away, and then the Reinhardt can't get any damage on. He can't get the charge kill. Like, just shatter them all. They all just stood there. Shatter them all. Yeah. So you're in a really weird position, but you could have shattered them all for free several times there. And wow, and the nano into Zarya. Okay. Anyway. Oh my god. Oh dear. Anyway, okay. I'm going to see if I can come back to this, but there's a few things already in the few games that we've looked at that you can do to use Reinhardt's kit more effectively. Basically, shatter, just shatter them all. Shatter them all. They don't have a right. Just shatter them all. You've got taken so much damage. Slightly because you went on an angle by yourself without your Ana, but if you can just get topped off. Yep. You're just holding shield again. You're full health. You have lots of armor. Just walk forwards. And you need some shield, because if they high noon, at least you can block it, or you can get to cover whilst you have it. You have shatter, and they have no counter. And you have full health. Oddity, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what this is. You didn't really need to go on that long little tour of the map to achieve this result. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back. Alright. So, your team is staggering right now. So, you really shouldn't be going your Ana's dead, your main healer is dead. Now you've just got a Mercy, your off tank is dead. You should just be waiting and regrouping. Not going in. Now again, they're all there. You could just shatter them. Ah, this is where I remember from last time. Yeah, so it's, well, one, you just shouldn't be going in. Two, when you were full health, you could have shattered, but it would have been risky. Because you don't have your main healer there. So yeah, I wouldn't be doing anything. But now you do, your Ana's back in the fight. So that, yeah. Just walk forwards and stop hard shielding. Now you have no shield, and now you're running away. Oh yes, I remember this. Okay, we'll just get through this bit. Here we are.
I'm taking care of you.
Nice. Oh dear. Maybe charge away. Yeah, so you really can't do much in this situation. Keep your camera down. Okay. That was really weird what you did with your camera and then the jump shattering. The only reason why you would do it is to do a corner shatter. And that's quite a hard tech to do. Honestly, if you had, when you did that shatter, if you had not jumped, stayed where you were, just stay here, stay behind the payload. You don't really want to go beyond the payload. You just stay behind the payload. Stay behind the payload where you are right now. You would be shattering the Mei and the Cassidy, and possibly the Mercy if you'd done it in the right place. But if you were here, and you shatter, you'd have got way more. And now the whole, we talked about defending the team. You are so alone. Yeah, you just killed yourself. If you'd been back here, the mines, you could have helped to destroy them by I said in one of the previous things, you could have spun and destroyed them and backed up. But yeah, shatter charge. Don't do it. Get out the habit. It's not good. Not good at all. I can res that, Cassidy, so your ultimate charge is completely nullified. I've achieved nothing. Shoo. You're very lucky. Who was it that C9'd the Doomfist? Yeah, they just weren't paying attention. Nice. Yeah, that was in another instance. You're coming in to fight. Really, you shouldn't. Your main healer's not there. Why would you nano the monkey? You just lost your point. Just regroup and fight on the next checkpoint. So weird. Oh my god. Please say you don't know this person. Is it just you and Vroom? Is there someone else in here that you know? What are they doing? Oh my god, are you shitting me? Jesus Christ. You just grabbed, nano-bladed nobody. Like, so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So again, why are you standing on the payload? Like, if you stand on the payload, you're not shielding anything. Look, like, you can get high noon from under there, you can do anything. Also, you're just taking loads of damage yourself. Payload maps, you have so much natural cover and it moves. Just stand behind the payload. You won't take any fire strike damage, you won't take any damage from anything else, and you can, when needed, shield things. And just get in the habit of shielding cooldowns. Shielding cooldowns, shield nades, shield sleeps, try and shield the flash. Can't shield anything from Mei, except her primary fire. You'd want to shield her primary fire and turn, you know, use your camera and turn and try and prevent her from doing stuff. But, yeah. Pointless bubble from the Zarya, and now she's dead because she doesn't have a personal bubble. She just used it for nothing. Why are you just standing there? Are you DCing? Are you DCing? Oddity? Okay. This is weird. You must have DC'd or something. Yep. Or you're typing in chat. Are you typing in chat to someone? Anyway. You are 1,000,000% going to lose this fight anyway, because you threw all of your ultimates on a fight that was already won. Anyway. You know what, this is going to be really long. I think, to be honest, I think I've seen enough. Seen enough. Yeah, basically, like, this is the most pointless shit in the world. You're not even getting hurt, and you're wasting your shield. You're behind cover right now. So they're just like, cool, I'll just spam down your shield, so that you can't actually do anything when you walk forwards now. And you're being very, you know, this is, if you were the support or the off tank, you'd be like, where is my main tank? You need to be, you know, taking charge. Don't actually charge, but you need to be the tip of the spear, you know, you need to be at the front here. And you keep having to back away because you keep wasting your utility on useless, pointless, just pointlessness. A nice fire strike. Ooh, did that get cancelled? No, it did not get cancelled. So you are, yeah, probably dead here. RIP. Ooh, Vroom. Okay, in one of those instances you didn't have it because you did it off spawn, but I've seen Tornado do this occasionally. When there's a sleeping anything, don't swing on it, don't fire strike it if you have charge available. Charge them, kill them, obviously into a safe, close location. There you could have easily charged them into a wall. Insta-kill, rather than waking them up and then potentially escaping. So yeah, I like this, you're using the shield, no, you're now jumping up on the payload again. But you were using it, but then again your team were in front and needed shielding, so you stop doing this. You gotta stop doing this. Don't stand on the payload. Did you see that? Let's just watch that again because I wanna, it actually might prove my point.
It's high noon.
So he gets the Zarya. Don't know why. So it was to the side. But if you're actually in front, I mean it's never a good thing anyway, because if he charged the high noon for long enough, then the first shot would break your shield and the second shot would kill him anyway. But yeah. This is so dumb. It doesn't do anything. Get out of the habit of doing that. Stand behind the payload, and then if your teammates are stupid enough to run in front of it, then you need to be in front of it potentially. Okay. Well, we won't talk about that. Did you jump again? Jumped again. Were you trying to shatter the Cassidy because you're about a week late? Oh, yeah, turn the camera. Oh, turn the camera. You would have hit her twice then if you'd turned the camera. So I would suggest upping your sensitivity, try and get used to that. Just push the payload here. I mean, oh, Doomfist popping off. Anyway, yeah, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I'll go into the training round practice range and show you a few things now. Okay, I try and remember all the things that I was going to tell you about. First of all, high sensitivity, swinging. You need to be able to, you know, turn your camera. See, I'm able to kill both of those with all that. Yeah, shield, swing, turning your camera. That's pretty important. Then what we talk about, shield hopping. So you're not now having the back buttons that I have is really useful, or having jump on something else, because ideally you want to be able to do this and turn your camera. Now if you're having to do that with X, it's possible, but it's not easy. But yeah, you can make slight adjustments. Because if you just do this, yes, they made it faster, but it's still not as fast as running. And if you're shield hopping, that's the same. Right, and then also you just don't waste loads of shield, to be honest. Take a little bit of the spam, a little bit of the poke, but not all of it. What else? So, using this as a tool for looking around corners, you know. So if you didn't know, you can do this. If you hold L2 for your shield, obviously. If you then hold R2 whilst you're shielding, you can use the all the way around. Again, fast sensitivity is going to be really useful for this. Now, our league game most recently, I didn't check corners nearly enough. And it cost us a bit. So checking corners is really useful, and of course you only want to do that if you can do it quickly. Yeah, basically. So we have said now there is this one-shot capability of Rein's ultimate, which you can use. But, you know, to just one-shot a squishy, one-shot someone who's a threat, like a Reaper in his ultimate now, you can just literally turn and just kill him. Something to note off spawn, which is quite useful, is to charge to get a bit more distance. You only really want to do this off spawn or in a location. You hold X and it gets you, you didn't see it, you get a little bit further basically. You can just bunny hop. Same technique for Mercy, you know, same thing. Same for Doomfist as well, by the way. But yeah, the swing turning is really a big one. So where's a decent range? So yeah, hold X, you can do it from the beginning or whenever. And you see that little extra hop from about there. You know, from spawn it's quite useful. Like I said, don't jump when you're going to shatter, unless you're doing a corner shatter, where you're doing this kind of thing. But honestly, that's a bit advanced, I wouldn't bother with that. Just focus on the shield hopping and focus on swing turning as you do it. Not just standing around wasting shield for pointless damage. Just all those other things are way more important. We could talk about other Rein tech later if you like. So yeah, get in that habit of doing that stuff, and then just more think about your positioning is the main thing. Cool? Alright, there we go.